Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good day to all. So today I'm going to give you a lecture on the understanding the process variables in chemical processes. Because as you know that in order for us to proceed with the material and energy balance, we really need to understand these process variables, how to measure it, and how to calculate it in the first place. Because these are the things that you're going to use later on a lot when you are actually deriving your mass balance and energy balance equations. So as we could recap, because some of these I have highlighted earlier, it is important that we know the characteristics of the process streams in the following terms. We need to know the amounts, we need to know the compositions, as well as we need to know the conditions such as pressure and temperature. And as such, this information is required to be known so that we can use it for mass and energy balance. I would like to share with you one example of how distillation works. Okay, so we have a distillation tower, usually at, for example, like 30 meters, 50 meters high, and then we have a different. We want to separate water and ethanol. Okay, so we have 50% weight water, 50% weight of ethanol at specific temperature and pressure, and we label this as feed. And then this particular feed, it enters distillation, and because of ethanol is having a boiling point at 80 degrees Celsius, so we maintain the distillation heating only at 80 degrees Celsius. That's the maximum boiling point, so that the ethanol will be actually going to the top and being distilled here. Okay, and then the water will be distilled at the bottom, because water has higher boiling point and therefore it's not be able to be vaporized, not be able to be converted into water vapor. So all the water will be actually distilled at the bottom. So that is one of the example. The second example is actually we talk about absorption. Absorption is the process of which the gas stream which contains some kind of impurities, we need to remove the impurities, and this is being absorbed by liquid. Okay, so when we have this particular process here, where actually the feed comes in containing CO2 and methane, and we want to remove the CO2, so we use amine, so that the amine would be able to absorb the CO2 in a counter current process. So here 10% of CO2 comes in together with 19 mole percent of CH4, and then there is 100% pure amine solvent coming in from the other side, and it will absorb all the CO2, and when it comes as a product in the liquid product, it contains amine which is containing CO2 at certain temperature and pressure. While here you can see that now the mole fraction of CO2 is lesser than the initial one, because some of it has been transferred to amine. Okay, so you have here rich methane in the output of the gas product. So that is one of the example how chemical process are involved, and you can see that there are a lot of units here, process variables that is involved here, such as the temperature, the pressure, as well as the mole fraction. You can see also there is a flow rate, mole flow rate here involved. Okay, so that's why it's very important for us to really understand and to really know about these process variables. So when we talk about process variables, there are many, there are plenty of it, such as pressure, volume, temperature, density, height, concentration, composition, which is can be mole fraction, it can be mass fraction, flow, and as well as percentage conversion. And usually percentage conversion, it involved in a reaction process, or it happen inside a reactor. The question is, how do we measure these PVs? Okay,